In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm doing a thing for the podcast.
Just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast.
Well,
Justin, why would you think about leaving your girlfriend? That's weird, dude.
Don't you fucking...
dude,
Dude,
all I
she's a
said
saint,
was,
man. She's a good girl. What's
know.
wrong with you?
all I told him was, licking a butthole is a lot like licking a 9-volt battery,
Yeah,
and
you-
now all
like-
of a sudden they need to break up.
Yeah, like,
I'm
fuck.
not sure he did it right.
Like, dude, you know you're gonna put your tongue on it.
Did he use
but you're
the
not supposed
battery
to.
instead of his tongue?
Oh, that could be it. That could be it.
done
That could be
it.
it. Yeah.
Hey, our sex life is electrifying, so
Oh, where's that? There it is. There it is. What's up, everybody? It's time for your favorite time of fucking week. It is us, the Freedom Friends, round 3 tonight.
Round 3.
This is take 3. We had a
The
technical
thunderstorm
difficulty.
outside is fucking with the power a little bit.
Yeah, so we're gonna basically start this thing from the jump. We are the Freedom Friends. I'm Mikey. That's Jazz. That's Scott. That's John.
You know what the benefit to the listeners of this being our third take is?
What?
We're already an extra whiskey deep.
Yeah, we actually we're a few sips in already.
I'd like to apologize.
Yeah, no.
Sipping on some fine bourbon whiskey, bottled in bond. A little bit of a
Wilderness Trail.
Wilderness Trail. Yeah, a gift from our fucking fantastic freedom friend, Mr. Chris Freeman, who is joining us in the studio. He's over in the Peanut Gallery. Thanks again, buddy. We appreciate it, as always.
And these fancy
Yeah, and he brought in
glasses.
his glasses
These fucking-
that have a bit of a
little twist.
barrel rifling kind of thing
Yeah,
going on.
well,
to
if you were blowing glass and there was a tornado, I think that's how these came about.
These were actually blown with a virgin's butthole. That's what makes them special.
The twisty?
Yeah, these are like fart glasses.
They're extra.
Oh.
The butthole is extra twisty if it's virgin.
Yeah.
I almost spit whiskey on my microphone.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Coming at you, not even fucking close to live from the Warfighter Tobacco Studios in rainy fucking shitty ass.
Thunderstorm,
Yeah.
San Antonio.
It's all twisty like a balloon knot.
Yeah.
Twisty little balloon knot. So, well, fuck, boys.
So let's touch back on the whiskey for a second. Anybody explain what bottled in bond means?
That was actually an act that came about because prior to the Bottled and Bond Act that was set forward, whiskey had no regulation on it, specifically bourbon. So you would end up with essentially moonshine that they would then put anything from tobacco spit to dye to shoe polish or whatever in it to get it that right brown color.
Oh.
And there was absolutely no control on the quality of it. So even though you had legitimate brands that were trying to make a go of it, the entire industry was getting to the point of unsafe because people were going blind, and you had things like Jake Leg and all that kind of stuff that was coming along from drinking spirits that you weren't processable, essentially.
Those damn corn liquors.
So they would it would take you apart. So the Bottled and Bond Act was brought forward by, I believe, Colonel E.H. Taylor, who now has a bourbon named
guy.
after him. I think
true.
for bourbon, man.
Straight
I
up.
believe it was Colonel Taylor who made the Bottled and Bond Act that came along, and that is actually why bourbon can claim that it is the only alcohol guarded by American law. And it does a couple of things. It has to start with a 51% corn mash.
Yep.
It has to come out of the white dog stage at.
A brand new.
It has to come out of the white dog stage at a 120 proof. It has to be at least 60% alcohol before it goes into aging.
Yep.
And then when it goes into aging, it has to be put into a brand new, so a new char white oak barrel.
Yep.
With a fresh bunghole.
And it has to spend at least 2 years and one day
Yep.
in that barrel, or it cannot be classified as bourbon. And that Bottled and Bond Act was brought along because only distilleries that were following the bond could wear the name of bourbon. So that's why when you see things that say Bottled in Bond, that means that it was in bond with the law. So it is following all of the legal parameters set forth to be classified as bourbon.
So
There are some bourbons, quote unquote bourbons out there that cannot fucking say that.
so for a time for a time frame, Is this still something that like the
No.
2 years and 1 day still applies today?
Still applies.
Yeah.
So
Anything that is
that's-
that does not hold to that standard, you will see things that it will say like bourbon style whiskey and things like that.
So
on
why
it.
would they advertise as bond?
So when you want to say bottled in bond, it's essentially because there's a lot of whiskeys that are out there that will say they're a bourbon style whiskey, and they're not actually bourbon.
Yeah, they're a
So
whiskey.
they're a
but not
whiskey
bourbon.
Because they
but they're
fall
not
short of that 2 years.
because they're
Or
not.
they just didn't do
Or they
one
didn't
step
use
in
the
that
math.
process.
One of the
Yeah,
steps
whatever.
doesn't match.
Yep.
So they're not bottled in bond, meaning they're not following the bond that classifies it as bourbon. So there's a lot of even smaller brands, the boutique whiskeys, if you will, that are coming along that are now putting bottled in bond on their bottles
You
again
dig
to
too
let
big?
you know
Yeah, I was sitting on it.
that they're following the law.
John's
so
over
you're
here
seeing it
sitting on his
going-
dick.
Yeah, well, it happens. And then a lot of
It's
the
better. At least you have that problem. When you're my
It's
age, you
better-
sit on your balls.
I believe it's better to accidentally sit on your dick than to accidentally sit on a dick.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Like, just depends. But anyways, that's what bottled in bond actually means.
It hurts in different ways.
It depends if you relax. It depends on if you're a balloon knot or not.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, if your butthole doesn't have the right twisty variant.
Yeah, if you're not twisty
but
enough.
there's more emotional damage to sit on one than to sit on your own.
Well, that depends on your perspective on life, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Hey, some people are about it.
That reminds me of a question I was once asked at a bar.
Is this the cake?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what, listeners? Actually, we have a question for you.
Would you rather sit on a dick and eat a cake, or sit on a cake and eat a dick? Both have to be finished.
So you have to like get butt fucked to completion,
But you're eating a cake.
but you're eating a cake.
You have to finish the cake.
Yeah.
Well, how big's the cake?
Just average cake.
How big's the dick?
It's like a half sheet
Yeah,
cake.
well, why is that your question? That's the least important of anything in this
What, are we
topic.
talking a cupcake or like?
One of the answers I got is, well, what kind of pants am I wearing? I'm like, what the fuck does that matter? Well, I want to know if, depending if I want to sit on the cake. I'm like,
Well, 'cause
what the fuck? The pants are your biggest worry?
Because look, here's the deal. Regardless of the size of the dick, if you're having to sit on a dick, you still have a dick in your ass. So now it's, do you have a dick in your ass and you've eaten way too much fucking cake? Or do you have a dick in your ass and you were at least able to like finish a cake and not feel like you were gonna fucking puke everywhere?
We look at this completely different.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna puke from the dick in my ass.
We look at this completely different.
You've had your finger in your ass before.
You
Don't
said-
fucking sit here.
Just when the toilet paper breaks.
You're full of shit.
Literally.
So you said
No,
like
I'm not.
I'm gonna lose it here. Like what I was thinking about. Okay. So you said you sit on a dick and you feel guilty about eating all the cake.
No, I didn't say guilty.
I look at it as
I
I'm
said-
sitting on a dick, but at least I get to eat all of the cake.
Right. What I'm saying
That's
is,
the difference between an optimist and a pessimist.
but have you ever eaten
Or
so
a
much?
fat guy and a little guy.
But if you ever just like overeaten and you're just uncomfortable,
Every
now
day.
you're just like feel like you're gonna puke everywhere
Look at
and
me.
shit because you have too much fucking. So what I'm just saying is like, is it two miserable interactions or is it one miserable interaction and one good one? Like,
if it was miserable, I wouldn't do it every day.
But then you got to dry clean your pants.
I just throw the pants away.
Well, you're wearing it. Today you're wearing a skirt, so you can just hike that bitch up.
That's true.
You wouldn't even get it dirty.
Maybe I just knew this question was coming.
How you feeling over there? Breezy?
Breezy.
He wouldn't get it dirty because he's sitting on a dick.
It's like,
Well,
What? I like cake.
so do I. I'm right there with you. Why would I sit on a perfectly good cake? That makes no sense.
It's fucking waste
what
of
if
a
it-
cake.
what if it was Haley's red velvet cake?
Oh my god, those are delicious.
What do you mean, what if?
I'm not sitting on it.
Would you sit on Haley's red velvet cake?
No.
Fuck no.
So you're eating the cake.
So, nobody answered.
Yeah, we did.
I asked for parameters and nobody answered my fucking question.
I-
answered,
the
I
parameters
answered
are very
17
simple.
times. I'm eating that fucking cake.
We know, right?
No, because this is this like one of
parameters-
those. Is this one of those like little 8-inch cakes from HEB that you can get for like when you make dinner for your wife, or is
It's
this like
like
a
a-
half sheet cake?
No, it's
Like
like
a
a
wedding
fucking
cake, yeah.
It's like a fucking birthday cake, like a 10, 12-inch birthday cake. Whatever type
still
of
a
cake
lot
that
of
you
cake.
want.
It's still a lot of cake. That's my point.
What if it was an ice cream cake? That's a whole new dynamic.
Do you get to pick the kind of cake?
Yeah, sure.
But
Yeah,
if
do I
it-
get to select the cake?
I think.
Absolutely.
Now that said, do I get to select the dick? Because
No.
I'll just get a
Nope.
dude with a micro penis and be
Nope.
like, "Go nuts, bud."
You do not. You get to
Wait a
pick,
minute.
You get to pick the
Do I
cake.
only have to close the deal if the guy's
Time
good
out.
enough to pick me up?
Time out. You can pick the flavor of the cake, but you can't pick the size. And you can do the same with the dick.
I can pick the flavor of the dick?
Yep, you
How am I
can't
going to
pick
even
the
know what
size.
fucking flavor
I
it
don't know what
is?
fucking do dicks come in different flavors.
Well, there's only one way to find out, and that means you got to sit on the cake.
That seems like a waste of cake.
It does.
So now that we're done with the debate for the night, let's get to this podcast, boys.
Fuck.
Well, anyways, Scott, how was your weekend?
What did I do?
Did you have some cake?
I had some cupcakes.
Some twisty cake?
No, I
Balloon
didn't do much this weekend. Michelle and the boys went back to Nebraska to see the grandbaby.
Yeah.
So I helped them get the house clean and
Why, what's he going to
packed
do?
up and grow.
Isn't the baby like a month old?
Yeah, but he's
Doesn't it just sit there?
yeah, pretty much. But he's starting to no. Last time he just sat there. Now he's starting to smile and shit. So she doesn't want to miss out. on
It didn't shit last time,
Oh.
but now he's starting to shit and smile.
It's just like I've been around babies and you look at them and you're like, it doesn't do anything.
Those are for later, dude. Those are for the live feed.
It's not like it's like it's going to do a trick.
Yeah. Anyway, my point is that's what I did this weekend. I helped them get ready to go.
Nice.
So now I'm batching it for the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in other words, a much younger man stole your wife.
Yeah, yeah.
Much younger. Much younger.
Yeah.
Much younger.
By a few millennia.
Yeah. This kid's 437,000 years younger than Scott.
Jesus.
Anyway, what the fuck did you guys do this weekend? Fuck you guys.
Yeah, you're supposed to know.
I'll go
I like how
last.
he so didn't give a shit that he's like, "Fuck it, what'd you guys do this weekend?" Didn't ask anybody. He was just like,
I'll
"Fuck
go-
it, I'm
I'll
out."
I don't care who goes. Just
All right.
somebody fuck
Mikey, how was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. It was pretty uneventful. Kind of hung out. Usual shit. Like, fuck did I do Saturday? I have no fucking idea. That's how awesome it
Must have
was.
been a great weekend.
Yeah, right? just fucking relaxed, man. Just chilled. Did the usual family business. I know on Sunday, I kept getting fucking phone calls. And I was like, it was like those calls where it's like, yeah, like I want to talk to this person, but it's like, I'm at home with my fucking wife and kids.
I want to talk to you, but I want to talk
And
to
I
you
know
right
that
now.
you're going to talk for fucking way too fucking long. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
just let that one go, you know? Then he kept fucking like
Wasn't me.
texting me and shit. It wasn't you. The guy just kept texting me and shit. And I was like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'm at home with my wife and kids. Like, I need a weekend too, motherfucker. You know, type of shit. So, and then yesterday, actually, a buddy of mine, my buddy Caleb, swung by the house. He'd ordered some cups a while back. I had some tumblers in the garage from Satmar, and they've been sitting there for like 2 fucking years. And he's like, "Hey, can I come get my cups?" I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be fucking great to get them out of my house. That'd be awesome." Then we sat and bullshitted for a little while. And it started raining on us while we were like standing outside, and we just stood there in the rain talking, and
Nice.
it was awesome. You know what I mean? Like, and he
Yeah.
even said, he was like, "Dude, I fucking needed this." Like we sat there for like maybe an hour just talking in the rain,
Nice.
and it was just like fucking just it was just that this kid is like, you could just tell he's like, I've needed some fucking brotherhood in my
Yeah.
life, you know,
Yeah.
and with quarantine and shit, he's like, I just haven't gotten it.
Yeah.
And
You know,
you know what
like-
you can't get is that through a fucking phone call.
Yeah, you can.
You gotta like sit down and talk to somebody.
That's
Right.
Like the face to face is so
What kind
much
of cake
better.
did you serve him?
Red velvet, I told you.
Oh, nice.
You missed it last week, man. Haley made cupcakes, brought them in for
There,
John's birthday.
there might be 1 or 2 left,
You should eat one.
and they're still good.
Fucking delicious. They're so
you, should,
good.
you should eat one.
Well, we've already determined it's better when it's red velvet.
Oh, it's
That's a different kind of cake.
it's worth sitting on a dick floor.
Jazz, how about you? How was your weekend?
I had a good weekend, man. I had a good weekend. I golfed Saturday and Sunday. Saturday afternoon, I hung out at the house and chilled with the wife. Golfed again Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon, I got fitted for a new driver. And then,
Got tired of fucking the dog with the old one.
dude, my old driver was fucking
Yeah, you're terrible with it.
It's dog shit.
Yeah.
This new one though, it's pretty sexy.
You had like an old man club though.
It was kind of an old man club.
Yeah, like
Wood shaft.
No, it was
No,
also just old.
it was a
and-
regular shaft, but it's just way too much flex for him.
And it was also just old. And the more
Hate
you
when my
swing
shaft
them, the
has
more
a
the
lot of flex.
graphite breaks
Right.
down and the faces break down. And they just, I'd had that club like 9 years. But the new one it's a legitimate upgrade from
Nice.
where I was. But
Will you two fucking
so-
schoolgirls back here stop giggling?
yes, we said shaft. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We've been telling them.
yeah. So
Did you just start listening? Like this show is literally a fucking 45-minute to an hour compilation
We
of dick
are the
jokes.
butt of your dick jokes.
you are the cake. Yeah, man, it was I was either golfing or fucking like doing nothing. Like
Yeah.
that was my whole fucking weekend, and it was great. I got my soul kind of fucking removed from me via my penis. That was
Yeah?
nice over the weekend. So
Good job.
yeah, that was
What?
I know Mikey's over here pointing at my shoes, and I'm
well,
like,
you
wait,
know,
you got? I
you
heard
could be
something
part of the
about-
podcast, or you could flirt with your boyfriend. Like there's two fucking options over
Soul
there.
stolen out of your
Dude.
penis? What?
He's faced this way. It's hard to pay attention.
I'm saying.
Like you don't get it.
Why do you think I'm always kind of turned at like a weird angle? So yeah, that was pretty much my whole weekend.
Well, good shit. John,
Yeah.
John had a good weekend.
I was gonna murder a guy this weekend.
all right. There we go.
No, so the middle of last week I put an offer in on a house just outside greater San Antonio area, small little acreage, had a nice house, pool, and a shop. And
I heard about this.
house went on the market on Tuesday night. 9:00 Wednesday morning, went to go look at the house. And by fucking, I don't know, 1 or 2 in the afternoon, I put an offer in. And the way the market is right now, it's fucking stupid. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'm going to put an offer in $5,000 less than asking, his list price. And I'll kind of go from there. Strong offer. If he wants to negotiate, then, I mean, it's $5,000. It doesn't really mean anything.
Sure.
And yeah, we'll figure it out. So I put the offer in and I wait about a day and I hit up my realtor. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And she's like, well, I don't know. Let me find out. Usually we hear back by now. So then she gets back to me and she's like, yeah, so it's a husband and wife that own the property. And the husband doesn't want to make a decision until either Friday or Saturday. Remind you, this is Wednesday at this point.
Okay.
And I was just like, fucking dick. Like, any other offers? She's like, no, not that I know of. Realtor didn't say, the seller's realtor didn't say anything about other offers. And I'm like, okay. Well, fuck this guy. Whatever. We'll play the game. And so then I waited. Friday, nothing. Saturday, I actually went to the river. So I was like, fuck it. Put my phone up, went in the river, hung out for probably 4 or 5 hours, left the river and get a text message. Hey, the guy wants to counter and he's asking full price. Everything else in the offer is the same. Just do the extra $5,000. And I'm like, you know what? Like, not going to lose a house over $5,000. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I've never bought a washer and dryer for $5,000, but ask if they'll throw the washer and dryer in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if they don't, no big deal. We'll still just fucking business as usual, full price, call it a day. And so I hang up the phone. About 2 minutes later, she calls me back and she's like, so the other offer from somebody else has not been put in yet, but he wants to wait until he sees that other offer. I was like,
Yeah, that's not how this works.
and so at this point, I'm just like in shock. And I was like, well, I guess just let me know. Bye. And hung up the phone. And it took me about 30 seconds for my brain to process. And I'm like, no, fuck that. He countered. I accepted. Fuck him. So I call my realtor right back. And I'm like, hey. I'm like, no. That's not how any of this fucking works. Like, I put in an offer. He countered. I accepted that counter.
Right.
Done fucking deal.
Yeah.
Let's
this
start
house
doing paperwork.
This house should be under contract.
Let's fucking
now.
get this
Yeah.
in a process. Well, the fucking realtors decided they wanted to dick dance around and not do what they're like actually bound to do as,
Only did
as a
verbals.
realtor. And they negotiated between themselves and nobody sent a fucking piece of paper back and forth. So there was no fucking counter. There was no acceptance. There was no fucking anything.
Because they only kept it verbal.
Yes.
They never actually sent an offer letter with
Yeah.
a counter offer.
Yep. So
Fucking horseshit.
once I found that out, I fucking lost my shit. And so
Did you fire your realtor?
not yet. I told her, I was like, yo, one more chance. And I told her, I was like, from here on out, I was like, every fucking thing's done in writing. There's either a 12 or 24 hour expiration period on my original offer that goes in. I was like, and I'm being a fucking asshole about everything. I was like, so if you still want to work with me, cool. I was like, but like, fuck off. You fucked me. And
Yeah.
in this market, there's nothing else. Like, fuck you. I was so fucking pissed.
That sucks.
Yeah. That was my weekend.
Unprofessional.
Fucking realtors, dude.
It was bad. And the worst part is
Churlish.
Churlish.
my realtor
Uncurred fur.
last year, she didn't sell a single house to somebody that wasn't active duty or veteran. Every single person that she worked with is military, prior military. And that's how I was referred to her. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, this works. This is great.
Should have called
Like-
the Moni team.
I know. Like, this is how you do your fucking, like, fuck off.
Should have called the Moni team. You could have had a shit show and a fucking house by now.
I think he wants to avoid the shit show.
Yeah. I don't really, yeah. I like to stay away from shit shows.
Well, that's a good fucking time. That one.
Shit show.
Absolute.
Well, boys, by the time this podcast airs, it will be 1 year since this mediocre fucking show's been on the air.
Holy shit, boys.
That's
That's fucking
Wild.
terrifying.
That is
Right?
crazy. It seems like yesterday
Remember
we
we-
started this shit.
we used to be over here.
Yeah.
We started over here,
Oh, yeah, we did.
and then we moved over here.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all that's changed.
That's really all
And
that's
the,
changed.
the bar got moved like
We
4
got
feet.
better shit.
We started drinking more.
You know what? It only took us 1 year to figure out how to use all the equipment that we got.
Yeah.
That's not true. It took us a year to slowly but surely buy all the equipment that we needed to do this at any sort of like professional level. And I don't even know if we call it that at this point.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yep.
Justin, what show number is this going to be?
I believe this is 57,
57, not counting the debates, right?
not counting the debates. No.
57.
And the lost episode, right?
Wait,
The two lost episodes.
Everybody time the fuck out.
I
for
know,
1
there's
second.
52 weeks. I get where you're tracking. But what I was going to bring up is because there has been shows.
It's a leap year. It's a leap
No,
year,
no,
guys.
no. It's because there has been shows that we have put out for specific dates that were like extra shows.
yeah.
So like we did the 9/11 show, we did the Christmas episode, we did like we've done.
There's a couple that weren't ever aired.
There was a couple that weren't
Thank
aired.
God.
Yeah.
I believe episode 3 is actually still archived.
Yeah.
The one that will never see the light of day.
Along with episode 1.
I
Yeah.
don't know if we're really fucking good or shitty as fuck. If we have all these in our archive, like, oh, we can't really play that one ever.
I'm gonna say we're a year into this and we have some following. And you guys are fucked up for listening.
no
to
shit.
this. Holy
Fuck is wrong with you
y'all?
people?
Jesus, you've been listening to this
God.
shit for a year?
This is
Oh
a
my
whole.
God.
It's a lot of cake eaters.
Lot of
It's a lot of cake.
Yeah.
And some of you guys sat on that cake.
It's a
and then
lot
ate
of.
it.
It's a lot of cake eating, and not a balloon knot amongst them.
Not anymore. Fuck.
So
Last June, they said goodbye to their fucking balloon knots.
yeah. In all fairness, though, fucking, we can't thank you enough for fucking
Yeah,
hanging
no,
out
it's
for a
been awesome.
fucking year. Especially some of you cats that have been with us since like week 2.
And the
Like,
patrons, like our patrons that
You the
support
real
us on,
MVP.
And the booze
yeah.
buyers, holy
Yeah,
cow.
the booze
Fuck yeah.
buyers.
You got like Matt Hilligas, Pete from Wisconsin, Chris Freeman.
Odelay. Like,
Odelay.
there's been a
Odelay,
couple of
I
them that
mean-
have, that
I
have
mean, it's just some
really helped the show stay
fucking
afloat.
solid motherfuckers, man. We
And,
can't thank you guys enough.
And the Patreon supporters and stuff. The reason that this doesn't completely sound like ass anymore and all that stuff was because of you guys. Like, you guys are the reason. All of that, everything that you guys have supported, it's all been pumped right back into the show to try
Yeah.
and create something better to deliver to you guys. We've had some
You mean-
intermittent
you
sponsors that have come in and out.
You mean we've
Yes.
never paid each other for this? No, no, of course
I
we
was about to say,
haven't.
you fuckers got pissed.
I was like, wait a minute.
Assholes.
the motherfucker. How do you think I got that new driver?
Fucking
No, if you don't want to get rich, doing a podcast is a great way to go.
Oh, it's a great way. If you want to lose like 6-7 hours a week, that has absolutely zero return on investment.
So you lose some friends, lose some family members.
Yeah. My whole family hates me now.
Yeah.
Thank you. My whole family.
if you want to put your
Except for-
your relationship in jeopardy,
My
if you want to do
whole-
all that
except for
stuff,
your sons who
No,
are
no.
freedom friends.
My whole family, except for my sons and my brother, all hate me now.
it's a little too honest on this show.
Yeah.
Plus, they're finding out that this man would eat a cake.
Yeah, I can't 100% blame each person individually for their family or friends or whoever that don't like them anymore. Because it's not like they just
was a group effort.
voluntarily
No.
came out with that. It was more kind of forced upon them by the rest of the group.
Yeah.
You know?
And in all fairness, anybody that I've talked to that was like a family member or a friend or whatever that was like, what's this podcast you keep talking about? I'm like, you probably don't want to listen
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, right.
Like, I wouldn't
you know,
recommend it.
Like I feel like for the love of Christ, I have to be the voice of reason every now and then, and that is
That tells you
Not-
everything you
not
need to know about the
normal.
show. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's somebody like you that's like, whoa, guys, we should probably pump the brakes a little bit.
Right? Like,
yeah.
that's how we know we still have a moral compass.
It's funny. I think my mom thinks that the podcasts are the live feeds. So nobody tell her, nobody
yes.
fucking tell her that we actually have a recording.
Yeah. Well, I know our live casts are, the lives are definitely more.
You know what the funny thing is? I might have family members that enjoy the show, but they can never tell me they enjoy the show because they're afraid of what I'll think of them.
Right. I actually love that
So
show.
if you're in my
Learning a
family,
lot about
you listen
you
to
right
this
now.
and you enjoy it, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, Haley's
Little
uncle,
sidebar at Christmas.
Haley's uncle, like one of her favorite fucking people on the planet. Her uncle is a big fan of the show, and like, she's like, every time I say one of my fucking shenanigan ass stories or something, she's like, my fucking family listens to that. I'm like, I know, but like,
What's been tripping me out is when we're finding out that there's certain other people and stuff, or like the randos and stuff that I've met that are like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not like, wait, you're on that show? I fucking love that show. And it's like, what the fuck?
yeah,
Like,
right? Like,
I thought there
seriously,
was like 4 people that listen to this thing. Like,
We're really doing this for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
This is
Like,
our chance to vent and drink and smoke.
but yeah, it's
There's no better way to spend a Monday night.
Yeah.
right?
the biggest thing that I actually like about what's happened with this show is that we have never put any money into like advertising it. We haven't done any of the big social media pushes or any of that
Yeah.
kind of stuff with it. So the whole reason we're growing is either people are accidentally finding us,
Yeah.
or it's
Thanks, buddy.
They're accidentally liking us.
or it's our listener base that is telling other people about it. And they're kind of going off and recruiting for us. And to be honest with
Yes,
you,
I was waiting for it.
to be honest with you, I would rather have a fan base like that where it was like fans finding other fans that they think will like the show.
Yeah, pure organic.
Yeah, than us trying to force it into something that's going to fit this dynamic or whatever. Because it
Right.
also means that we don't really have to pull any punches on the show either.
Yeah,
so.
It's
Absolutely.
funny. So like Warfighter, obviously we have our own clientele and we have some professional
Yeah, how's this
peop-
show been for your sales?
Well, we have some professional people that come in here and they see the studio, right? And they're like, oh, what's this? And like, oh, we do a podcast. Oh, well, do you care if I'm on the podcast? I'm like, you better listen to it first.
Yeah.
I know what you do.
And you have not had one person call you back.
how many of them have followed
I
up
don't-
on that?
I don't want to ruin your life. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
but yeah, we'll have some interesting, if they get over the fact that it's all dick jokes and whatnot, we might have some interesting guests coming up.
Yeah.
So-
we
There's
got
butthole
some-
jokes,
We
too.
got some cool
Yeah.
stuff that we talked to with some people.
Yeah, I mean, we
But I can honestly say though, shameless plug real quick. You go to warfightertobacco.com and you use code FreedomFriends for a sweet 15% off. That code has actually been used more than
a couple others.
a couple others
I was going to say,
that we have out there. I'm trying to figure out how to word it.
we can't give out any
Simmer
other
down.
codes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
pump your brakes there, guy.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
But it's been used surprisingly a lot.
speaking of the Freedom Friends code, there's actually another place you can go fucking check out that's got a
Yes.
Freedom Friends code going on.
That's right.
And that is Owlness.
Alnus.us.
Owlness.us. And Owlness.us is a CBD company.
yeah.
And they do tinctures, flavored tinctures, the lotions. They even have hand sanitizer for all of
they
your
got a freeze gel.
give me
freeze
one of
gel,
those.
all sorts of
Yep.
stuff.
What is this mint flavor?
They got these little shot glasses you can do. 500 milligrams,
Smells
full
good.
spectrum whole hemp extract.
Yeah,
So
so
the
it is
full
the full
spectrum.
spectrum stuff, which is if CBD you think is a viable solution for you, and we are not doctors, we are not medical professionals, we are not fuck all.
I
We're the
stayed
kind
at
of
a
people that are like,
Holiday
he's
Express
bleeding out,
last night."
tourniquet his neck.
Right.
We're those kind of people. Like, but everything that I can vouch for as far as CBD is concerned is really from people that I know that have used it and have seen results and appreciate that. There you go.
He just
Dude, you
fucking
should have
put a
done
dropper in his
You should
whiskey.
have done the lemon.
Oh, give me the lemon.
What'd you do? Mint?
Yeah.
Oh, mint actually probably won't be bad in there.
I'm doing a lemon. That looks fucking.
But everything I know about CBD,
I got it under my tongue like an asshole. You guys are making fucking hemp cocktails.
but everybody that I know that's used
CBD whiskey. Come on
everything
now.
that I know
That should
about
be a
it
thing.
is from people that have used it and say that they've actually seen an improvement and gotten results from it.
So I know
So if you're-
I know for a fact that this is helping people because I know
Yeah.
a couple people that are close to me in my former life that have ordered several times. And they, so you see it in the reorder. If you know people are reordering, it's doing something for them.
Well, I've
So-
witnessed it almost immediately work.
Like which former life? We talking like
My gun store
Barabbas?
life. No.
like back when you were
Caesar-
hanging out with
Caesar
like,
was a big
Caesar,
CBD guy.
the last
Joan of Arc
the last
when you were dating her.
Nebraska life.
All right.
I wasn't dating her. I was just,
My my
She dates chicks
father-in-law
with short hair. Or...
my father-in-law uses it, and
Yeah.
he's actually deals with Parkinson's.
Yeah.
And I've literally seen him be able to use CBD tincture and literally watch the tremors fall off on him after bringing the tincture on and stuff like that. So,
Nice.
There's a lot of cool things it does.
but if you think about the way it works, it's an anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
It's
and
liquid
most
Motrin, man.
pretty much.
and most things like extreme muscle pain or things like
Joint pain,
Parkinson's, joint
arthritis.
pain, MS symptoms and stuff like
Yeah.
that happen due to inflammation in nerve cavities and stuff like that. So reducing that inflammation,
Yep.
especially when it's a liquid uptick that's going to hit the system faster,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. And it's not going to have, at least I've never met anybody that had the kind of the gut tear down that can happen by pumping Motrin and stuff into your system. So, but if you want to give it a shot, because you think, or you're already a user and you want to find something that, is full extract and, isn't some big box pharmaceutical that's trying to push it.
Yeah.
Owlness, that is, so it's, type out O Wellness.
Yeah.
We're saying
O-W-E-L-L.
Owlness, but it's owellness.us. And on your checkout, if you throw in Freedom Friends 20
Yep.
in that coupon code box, you're going to score yourself a sweet 20% off over there.
right.
Yeah. And so they have the
and it's small business, and in COVID days, fucking help out the small businesses.
Sure.
dude.
and it is also it's veteran family owned.
So there you go.
But they have the full spectrum, which has a very, 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 very unbelievably small amount of THC that doesn't show up on anything. They have one that's THC free. They have a hand lotion with CBD in it. That's amazing. They have a freeze gel. I had a knot in my back for fucking 2 months. I used that freeze gel for 4 days and it disappeared. It was amazing.
I want to. I need to
awesome.
order some of
They
the
have these hand sanitizers
yeah,
too, right?
and-
because they have the
CBD hand sanitizing
topical
gel.
lotion too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna order some of the topical lotion. I think for my lower back.
Yeah.
I want to start using it for recovery because I'm lifting and stuff again. I wanna
Yeah,
start
it's
using
great
it
for it,
recovery.
man.
you know?
I'm sure it's great. Shit.
Hey, buddy, could I get a little ice
Yeah.
uptick on that?
Little crouton action. Speaking of which, boys, we talked about what we're drinking. What are we smoking on?
Not cake.
Not cake. Not smoking cake. Not smoking poles. I'll start it.
Go ahead.
I got a Warfighter Tobacco Garrison 762 Rosado
Nailed it.
that I am
Fucking nailed
enjoying. It's phenomenal. Thank you very much. Scott, how about you?
I am smoking a vaccine. So we had some vaccines that didn't pass quality control.
Yeah.
Still taste fucking
which
delicious.
Yeah,
for
no.
your guys' essay, that basically means
No, it's
that,
cool, Chris. Just stand right in
so-
front of the fucking camera. You're good, buddy. We're not recording a show or anything.
Don't
Just-
worry about it.
there's not a freezer with ice cubes in it. It's over there. Come on, go ahead and use ours. It's cool.
No, come back. No. Walk in front of the camera and tell everybody hi. No, in front of the camera. Say hi.
there you go.
That's Chris. He has a drinking
He's
problem.
been on the
Yeah.
show before.
That's why he's a friend of ours.
Well, it's not a drinking problem. It's a stop problem.
Yeah,
Like, that's the,
stopping
that's why he's a
issue.
friend of
yeah,
ours.
it's a stopping issue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
None of us have drinking problems. We just
No,
have
it's the stopping
problems.
issue.
Yeah. Yeah. What was I going to say? I was gonna say
What are you smoking? You're smoking a vaccine because
Yeah.
they still taste delicious.
They do. So
Yeah, they're great.
the only problem with some of these, there's some cracked wrappers and whatever. And yeah, whatever.
So they take a little bit more love to be able to smoke
and
them.
I
but,
didn't mind putting a couple quality control ones in the back that I could fucking dip into every now and then.
It's one of the perks of being your friend, I think. Is that you go in here and it's like,
Right.
hey, that box of vaccines back there that's aren't as pretty as the others. And it's like, oh, those need to be smoked.
Yeah, go ahead.
But you know what the nice thing about ones that aren't as pretty? They tend to try a little harder.
They do. They do.
Zing. There he is. Well, you know, I think it just shows a testament of the quality that you guys, the quality product you guys like to
You
put
do
out.
care.
You know,
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
give a shit about what your customers receive.
Yeah,
You know, I
we-
mean, because like I look at these cigars, you guys have given them to me. and
Not
they're like,
to be
yeah, these are
confused
the,
with giving a shit about the customer.
Yeah, like
just what they receive.
You'll
What's wrong
hand me a
with that
cigar, and like I'm looking at this, I don't see anything wrong with this cigar. Nothing. You know what I mean? Maybe this little knot right here or something like it looks like something poked.
Yeah, but if you have discoloration,
you know, like
it doesn't. It's gonna smoke just fine. It's gonna taste just fine. It's just
So-
not as pretty on the shelf.
So
Like,
the vaccines were, you know, like a 4 to 5 year old cigar, and so they just from being that old, they're fragile, and so
Yeah.
so that was some of the issue we ran into. But
they're still delicious. I
oh
smoked
yeah,
one.
no, they're great.
Actually, right before I smoked this one,
I,
I smoked a vaccine, and now I'm on the
so
my old standby, the old go-to, the old never let you down, the they're like your childhood dog friend, the 556 Garrison.
that's a good one.
God fucking damn it!
That
cigar.
Corojo.
so we get
So
we get
good.
our cigars shipped,
It's
right?
so good.
And they come in boxes, right? And so we had some of our 6-pack samplers. The boxes must have been like in the corner of the boxes, and UPS.
And they put a blind guy on the forklift.
UPS can go fuck themselves. But so they must have dropped the box in the corner and like kicked it down the hallway like fucking Ace Ventura and shit.
Yeah.
And so there were some cigars that were literally like bent,
Oh, it's like a 90-degree
Broke.
angle.
smashed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, fuck this. I'll just take them home and I'll fucking see if I can smoke them. This cigar that these couple cigars I've smoked like this were totally fucked, and they smoked perfectly. I had like a 4-inch ash on them. Like
It was all crooked.
yeah, it was crooked. It was broke. It still smokes. So,
Well, as long as you don't have a binder puncture,
exactly.
Yeah.
they'll smoke just fine.
Yeah.
You just can't have a binder puncture because the
Well, you can. You,
You-
just
then you put your finger
you
on
put
it.
your finger on the hole.
I know, which I've done.
Oils.
I've literally I've had ones where you just sit there and you just fucking wrap your finger
Yeah.
around the binder puncture. So the binder essentially makes it to where the airflow only goes one way. If you have a binder puncture, you can end up with air draw through the sides and
Sure.
shit like that, and it just
Yeah.
won't smoke right. But if the wrapper's a little fucky or whatever,
Yeah.
it still smokes just fine.
But we won't kick him out. But
No.
But one of the perks of being friends with the freedom with the
I
Warfighter
gotta
boys
smoke
is that you can come in here and go like, "Hey, these ugly ones you got," is like, "Those are for smoking."
Yeah, those are
Fucking they are.
smoking treats,
if you
boys.
walk in
Yeah.
here and you ask me for a vaccine second, I will give you one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will give you one.
Yeah.
So,
But show up with a coin or a patch or fucking something cool.
well, that helps.
How about you, John? I know you're about to spark a vaccine.
I'm about
but-
to spark up the vaccine I just handed to you to inspect, and
Yeah.
then on the backup on the reserves, I got a 7.62 Garrison Rosado and a 5.56 Field Connecticut Shade.
So
And
Two
speaking
backups.
of having one on deck,
yeah,
I feel like we need to address our debate from whether or not
the
America's pastime, the MLB, this is going to be their year because all the other sports are caught up in fucking politics.
God
yeah.
damn it.
And I'm bringing this up because I'm a baseball fan.
hockey.
Yep.
Yes.
I still love hockey.
And I'm about to send you a fucking picture from opening day when those two fucking skaters went out there and put the shoulders on the hands of a player that wasn't in uniform only because they can't kneel on the fucking ice in the skates and put their hands on the shoulders of the dude kneeling at the opening game in the NHL during the national anthem.
When?
Literally 2 days ago.
Really?
Oh,
What
Yep.
team?
Both teams did it. So we had that huge debate, and I said it's because baseball leaves it alone. Those guys are just there to play the fucking game.
nope, you were wrong, sir.
And I was 100% wrong.
Yep.
They absolutely opened up with that rope hold shit, and they were all kneeling and da 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 da, except for the one dude that plays for L.A.
Yeah,
Nah,
there's
he
one
played
dude.
for the Orioles, Baltimore.
or Baltimore
Yeah,
Orioles.
he's fucking.
And this is not a religious sponsor or whatever, but I have to give it to him on his response because he came out and they were like, "Well, you're not going to kneel," and he said, I understand the plight of what's going on, and I understand the need for social justice and change, but the only person I kneel before is God. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, shit.
Yeah.
Fight him on that, bitch.
So I have a solution for all professional sports and the national anthem and the kneeling and all this shit. They have not earned the right for us to play the national anthem before their fucking petty little fucking ball games. So fuck them. Don't ever play that fucking shit again at a professional sport. Fuck them.
I'm actually with you on that one.
Don't give them the goddamn podium to fucking.
Yeah, my thing is just
they haven't earned it.
just don't play the anthem.
Don't
I
play.
think just
Don't play
before,
the
I
anthem.
think you should do what South Park did. I'd just be like, no, everybody in attendance, please stand, sit, or kneel for the national anthem.
Yeah.
Or
the
Don't-
J.J.
no, I'm
Abrams
with
They,
you.
fucking
they
things.
haven't earned it. Fuck
I'm
'em.
with you.
Don't play it.
Take my flag off their uniforms
Yes.
and stop playing my anthem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but we all wore the uniform.
Yep.
I don't mean to be a dick, but I get to say that's my flag. I
Well,
get to say that's
it
my
sure
anthem.
as fuck isn't a baseball, basketball, football players.
Well-
fucking if they're gonna disrespect it,
And the other
don't
thing is
fucking give
let's
it to
look
them.
at professional sports and let's look at the fact that, and I think it's awesome that they're looking globally for talent and they all want to come here to play in the best country in the fucking world, to play in the most competitive version of it in every sport except soccer.
Yeah, we're shit at soccer. Except our women. Our chick team's badass.
they're badass.
They're fucking great.
But the thing is how many MLB players are actually from this country anyways? How many NBA players are actually from this country anyways?
The ones that aren't from this country are probably the ones standing and showing respect to it.
Yeah. So my thing is your professional sports team has absolutely nothing to do with the flag or the anthem. You are a fucking sport.
Yeah.
You are a game.
Go play your
You're a
fucking
game.
game. Get your fucking millions.
I'm
Go
sorry,
fuck yourself.
but you being able to throw a ball and hit it with a stick has absolutely nothing to. There's no difference between that and me breaking out a board game in my house and playing.
It is really good, though. It's pretty heroic.
So you're not showing me patriotism or political wherewithal or representing the freedoms of our country. You're playing a fucking game. And you, when you have your 8-year career and it's over and they replace you with whoever the new hotness is and nobody gives a fuck who you are anymore. For instance, some of the best quarterbacks ever are now fucking selling insurance. So
And if you're trying to bring awareness, we're all fucking aware. We're
Yeah.
all fucking aware.
Yeah.
Enough with the awareness.
you want me to believe that you're
yeah.
aware that it's about awareness? How about you crack off half of that $10 million salary you just made for running in a straight fucking line and you give it
Yes.
back to inner city communities so
Yeah.
we can get rid of the lack of education or the lack of outlet to clothing and food and anything else. But you're not. You're going to walk out of that ball game and crawl into your Bentley and go fucking snort crack out of a fucking hooker's ass and then want to go kneel during my anthem.
If it
So fuck
really-
off. I
Yeah.
don't need your statement.
If
Yeah.
it really meant something to them,
They'd make a sacrifice.
they
Yeah.
would do something besides kneel. Because that doesn't do anything.
No.
What
Yeah.
does it do?
They're not
What-
affecting change.
Okay, so I'm going to put myself in their shoes for a second, right? I believe very strongly. I know you
Can I
want
borrow
money?
some money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a minute. I believe very strongly
He's got all
in
that house money left over.
in a certain belief. And in order to make a change to that and improve what I believe in the world, instead of actively doing something or actively being a part or actively working with somebody else that's actively doing all these things to make that change, instead, I'm going to make a political statement on TV that with using something that has nothing to do with what I believe in.
Yeah. Now, if I found out that one of those players was kneeling and it also fucking donated half their salary,
Yeah.
I'd have been like, oh, fuck. All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's a personal fucking sacrifice on you to attempt to make change. So I'm a golf fan. I follow the PGA and all that kind of stuff. They had a tournament that was played, the Rocket Mortgage, whatever, because fucking everything now is corporate sponsored.
Sure.
But it was played in Detroit. And every single player there,
Hope they had bottled water.
well, every single player there
That's Flint.
were doing,
Close enough.
we're taking hits, well, taking swings and stuff. And the deal was, is the closest you got to the pin raised a certain amount of money and was providing technology for education purposes for all of the grade school kids that existed in Detroit because they don't have the budget up there because there's no population
Yeah.
in order for any of the taxes to actually
Thanks,
affect
Obama.
education. Well, yeah, kind of. So all of these PGA pros literally went into their own pockets and were outplaying each other to give more money back to provide education technology, laptops, computers, learning labs, all of the stuff necessary for these students in Detroit that can't afford any of it, and the school districts can't either, to be able to like access the internet and do their homework and do research and all of this kind of shit. So they went into their own pockets and did it. That sport never plays the anthem before a tournament goes off. Nobody kneels. Nobody's wearing the flag. Nobody's doing any of that shit. And they're still giving up their own money to give back into these communities to actually affect change for something that they feel is actually going to improve the future. That's how you do it. You don't do it by taking a knee and then cashing your fucking $1 million check because you played a game for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off. Do something with
And
it.
I feel like seeing the pictures where the whole team's kneeling, wearing Black Lives Matter shirts. Like, I feel like they're pressured into it.
I don't know. I was a pretty big Spurs fan until that fucking picture came out on opening game.
You know, I don't know.
I give
Except
a shit
for
about
Pop.
basketball.
And like
Except for Pop. Did you see that picture?
Yeah, he stood in the middle.
The entire Spurs team was all on their knees with their fucking arms interlocked, and then Pop was at fucking parade rest standing there during the fucking. I was like,
Well, we know who likes to eat the
son
cake.
of a bitch. And yeah, I mean, my thing is why don't you just play the game? You're supposed to be an escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be a fucking escape, and now all of you are a bunch of pandering sons of bitches because you're worried somebody's not going to buy your fucking sneaker.
And now we're not going to go to your games. Fuck it.
Yeah, and nobody can go to your games anyways.
Yeah.
So what the fuck are you accomplishing?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn this a little bit on
I'm
our
so
community.
fucking over this conversation.
Yeah.
Like not our conversation, but like just the conversation about this entire fucking anthem shit and the protests and the fucking
Yeah, that's why.
oh, it's systemic. You know what? Nobody's been a fucking like I'm a son of an immigrant. I am the son of a fucking immigrant.
You're also a son of a bitch.
I'm also a son of a bitch, but I'm also a son of an immigrant. And I'll be
Sexy
goddamned.
son of a bitch.
Be
Thanks,
nice to
buddy.
his mom.
No, my mom was a proud bitch.
Where do you think Mikey got it from?
She was proud as fuck to be a bitch. She was like the Karen before Karen was Karen.
Nice.
Fucking,
You don't fuck with Baltimore women, man.
I will fucking stab you, Jazz. God damn it, I'll fucking stab you today. I'm tired of this fucking the sensitivities and the PC bullshit, and it's coming to a head, man. It's coming to a fucking head where people are gonna stop, like regular people are gonna stop fucking.
You mean the quiet majority?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna stop dealing with it, and we're gonna shut them to fuck off. You know, it's coming down to a boiling point where it's like, God damn it, man! Like we
Yeah.
get it. You're fucking oppressed, even though you're fucking not oppressed.
Yeah.
Like you're not. I'm from one of the biggest fucking ghettos in America. You know, South Boston.
Yeah.
It's a fucking absolute shithole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, not now. Now it's been gentrified as
gentrified.
fuck. You know what I mean?
See Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, because that was fucking filmed in Cambridge. That's not even a good. That's not even good representation.
I like Cambridge.
That's a nice side of this.
Yeah, like fucking fucking Goodwill Hunting. That little shitty house he lived in, 4 doors down.
Wait a minute,
Hi. You
Didn't the
know?
Boondock Saints live in like an abandoned fucking building?
Exactly.
Yeah, they did, but it was probably still in Cambridge.
Cambridge was cool, but it was fucking weird.
Yeah.
I lived in Dorchester for a little while, and I rented a house down there, and I could literally
A house or a hoose?
a house.
House.
I could drop a ball anywhere in that house, and it would roll somewhere, and not slowly.
Nothing was square.
Nothing. And it was like redone, and it was nice and everything like that, but nothing was fucking square. Like, and they don't care, and none of it passes code, and nobody fucking cares.
Weirdest thing that I had happen to me in Boston was we went and ate somewhere, and I was sitting there and I looked at the dude and I was like, "Hey man, do you have a restroom?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, go through the kitchen, down through the pantry, and then it's a door on the left in the basement." And you're like, "What?
Yeah.
Pretty sure I'm not supposed to walk through the kitchen." He's like, "No, it's fine." It's like I'm like walking by, the cooks are just like moving, letting me through it. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like,
You had the cool guy bathroom.
it was the only bathroom in the fucking joint.
So
Great fucking pancakes though.
no, but like I was raised a poor fucking child.
Yeah.
Right. I've had the fucking sugar sandwich. You know, the sandwich that like we can't afford fucking bologna.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've had fucking syrup because that's the only thing that's left in the fucking pantry. You know, like I've been there. I fucking
Did you sip it?
I sipping on the scissor. So, so like I've been through that fucking struggle. I grew up in it. You know what I mean? And you know what I did? I joined the fucking Marines at 17 because I was tired of the fucking struggle. And I
Right.
did
You
something about it
wanted
for
to change.
myself.
Look, it's-
I wanted to fucking change.
My thing is that if you can afford to rant and rave about how oppressed you are on your smartphone, your brand new fucking smartphone with
Yeah.
your hair did and your fucking new car and da about how fucking oppressed you are, fuck off.
Yeah.
No,
Go
you're
fuck
not.
yourself. You're not oppressed.
No, you're not. And you found something to latch onto because you're not willing to accept the fact that 99.5% of us are normal as fuck and there is nothing special about us. And this gives you an idea to latch onto something fucking special.
Life sucks.
Yeah.
Life's fucking hard.
And by the
you
way-
need to fucking put in work.
And I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what your background is, what color you are, who do you pray to, or whatever the fuck. 99.5% of us aren't fucking special. And
Yeah.
we're all dealing with some sort of bullshit where we feel like we didn't get a fair fucking shake.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
You can bitch
It's
about it or
because
you
there-
can crack the fuck on and just fix it.
It's because there is no fair fucking shake.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
exist. There is no rainbows and unicorns at the end of this motherfucker. It's just a fucking struggle and then you fucking die. All you can focus on are the little moments where you get to laugh with some friends and call that a good time.
'Cause in
And then the
100
rest of it
years-
is fucking bullshit.
In
Your
100
kids
years,
are
we're all
unappreciative.
going to be dead.
Yeah, your
Except
kids
for
are
Scott.
unappreciative. You're right.
Yeah.
Your kids are unappreciative. You know what? So is everybody else's fucking kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, my wife's a bitch. So is everybody's. Well, my husband's a dick.
Oh.
So is everybody's. Like, it's just it fucking people suck,
Michelle
and
and
you're
Haley
one
are
of those
very nice
fucking
ladies.
people.
And Caitlin's sitting right there. Christ's sake.
She's
Easy,
like, what the
buddy."
fuck, guy?
Look, the fact of the matter is that people fucking suck, and you're a people.
Yeah.
But if
Welcome to the human condition.
Instead
Suck
of-
it the fuck up and drive on.
and,
Yeah.
and instead of I don't know, starting a riot or a fucking whatever, try being nice to somebody, and I bet that gets you a lot farther in life.
I have a
than-
global
Catch more bees
solution.
with honey.
Yeah.
I have a global solution, and there doesn't even have to be one penny to fund it.
The purge.
No,
atoms are cheap.
no. If everybody spent the amount of time that they spent on things facing outwards in their life, meaning not themselves, and turned that back around and actually spent time focusing on themselves and held themselves to the same standard that they're trying to hold everybody else
Yeah.
to,
Oh, it would be an amazing society.
there'd be no fucking issues in this world.
It's very Buddhist.
Well, dude, like it's the same thing that our fucking grandparents used to say. You know, every time you point a finger at someone, you got four more pointing back at you.
Well, it's also,
You know, like
you know,
Well,
people who live in glass
you
houses.
are an asshole.
That's why in the military they teach you to point
So
with
are you.
all four fucking fingers.
that's why we knife
That's
hand.
why we knife because this confirms that it is all on you.
You are the piece of shit.
Yeah. It's also the whole people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. And
I thought they sunk ships.
no, that's
Boondock
that's,
Saints.
Another Boondock Saints reference. Well done.
that's loose women cost you your BAH. I don't know. There's
Why
a bunch
don't
of
you
phrases.
make like a tree and get the fuck out of here? Right?
Just once in my life, though, I do want to slap somebody with a
Boys,
giant
I'm
side
looking
of beef.
forward to my upcoming weekend. I got to say.
Oh, what do you got going on?
And I'm going behind enemy lines.
California.
yeah.
I'm going to California.
You
this
are going to
Thursday.
Cali.
Yeah. Haley and I are celebrating our 10th wedding anniversary.
God damn.
The Big 10, the Big 1-0.
Mikey
Yeah.
got stickers.
I did. I got some badass stickers. Fucking.
They're actually super cool
yeah,
stickers,
they're
but
dope.
they
I
are
haven't put them on
stickers.
yet. I need to put them on. She got me like the decals that go in the Tacoma,
Yeah.
like on my truck.
Just say like I love my wife.
No, it's it's
That's what I thought. She's like, Mikey got stickers. And I'm like,
no, they're
cool story, bro.
they're American flag.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Did you get you the blood stripe for your tailgate?
yeah. That's
Good,
coming next.
good. Just want to make sure.
Yeah,
The full wrap.
It's actually a full wrap of a Marine fighting a dragon with an NCO sword.
Oh,
what it
that's
is.
awesome.
It's a lava monster.
Yeah.
You're gonna look like an old.
I'm going
recruiter.
dragon.
Are you on Dragon?
This guy's been a recruiter since the '80s.
Really, he's just trying to send out a beacon to find.
Just looks like a
fucking-
chess
what's his
piece.
name?
It's a windshield banner that just says once and always.
But I'm going behind enemy lines, man. So I'm curious to see the rules coming from the great country of Texas, going to fucking California.
To go there?
Yeah,
Don't bring guns.
well, yeah. I'm not doing that.
Don't try and fly with one; it goes poorly.
Yeah,
Bring cash. Leave all your credit cards at home. They're gonna get stolen.
that only happens to Scott.
No, not only
We'll
me.
see. We'll
I
see.
lived in
We'll
San
see
Diego
two-
for 10
we'll
years.
see in
and
2 weeks.
I was fine.
Well,
Yeah,
I,
dude, that was
I-
like-
there.
I was in Los Angeles, so there's a difference.
Well, there
I
is
think
a
you-
difference.
You'll be all right.
SD's cool as shit. SD's.
The funny thing is that
if
we
all
like
of
to make fun of
California-
California as a whole, and it's really actually just two cities that are fucking up actually what could be a really cool state,
Like
and it's
when
two
I-
cities that are fucking the whole thing
When
up.
I say I hope California falls in the ocean, I really mean the Bay Area and LA. Everything
That's what
else
I mean.
is good to go.
It's two cities that are fucking up what could otherwise be a
Right.
really cool place.
How many nuclear bombs, I don't know, say a mile deep throughout LA would it take to make it a lake? Because that would be cool.
Probably 4.
4?
Probably 4 or 5.
Uh,
LA's pretty spread out,
with
actually.
modern ones,
One.
modern ones are like Hiroshima style.
Yeah, but a mile deep?
Right, modern ones are like Hiroshima style.
Well,
Okay.
modern.
Modern one, probably one like just underneath the 405.
Oh, man, that would be awesome. That
Lake-
takes out LAX, too.
Because it's already
Lake Los Angeles would be awesome.
it's already slanted towards
You know how
the
much-
ocean.
and-
You just gotta
and
blow
look,
that
look,
bowl
look
out.
at all the cool scuba diving shit you could do.
right?
Lake Los Angeles would be awesome.
Shit,
Nobody
yeah.
goes downtown anyways. Fuck it.
You ever seen that movie AI?
Yeah.
They're fucking like, or no, Waterworld when he takes her down and it's like fucking LA but underwater.
Yeah.
Fucking love that movie.
Dry land is not a myth. I've seen it.
He fucking swims down. He's just pulling dirt off the ocean bed. It's fucking awesome. Kevin Costner's the man.
Costner is the man. I ever tell you he bummed a smoke off me?
Fucking, you should have given the whole pack.
Well, so no shit, there I was.
There we go.
Oh, goddamn.
I was in Deadwood, South Dakota.
Of course.
I was in
This is
Deadwood,
before
South
or after
Dakota.
you fought Phelps.
No, this is well before. I was about 10 years old and I was a shitty kid who found out, oh, you can buy cigarettes out of a fucking snack machine in this bitch.
Why did nobody snap to that earlier? That those fucking pull knob cigarette machines don't
want-
card you.
You want to know why? You want to
Because
know why? Because I was scared fucking shitless of my parents when I was a kid. That's why.
But I knew
We all,
mom.
we all,
I could go to the gas station and buy cartons at 14. So
but all of us
'cause you
grew
looked
up in the
47.
era. All of us also grew up in the era where your parents were just like, be back when the fucking street lights come
Yeah.
on, and then didn't give a fuck what you did after
Well, like,
that.
I knew that my mom was in the casino wearing gloves because she was allergic to metal, fucking playing nickel slots. So she was going to be there for a while. So my ass went and bought fucking smokes out of a fucking machine. And I'm standing on the side of the street around the fucking corner away from everybody that would ever know me. And the reason I was standing over there to light a cigarette and I looked down and I found $100 bill in the gutter and like the drain. And I was like,
Attaboy.
oh shit. So fucking 8, 10 years old, 10, 12. I
fucking
don't remember.
loaded.
I was like, fuck yeah, $100. I'm just fucking stoked. I'm gonna go buy some shit, you know? So I'm standing there in a good
Buy
mood.
all the fun dip.
Yeah. And I light up a
Going on a
fucking
crack-filled
cigarette. I remember
rage.
it was a Camel Wide. That's what I was smoking was Camel Wides. And I lit up a Camel Wide and I'm smoking it. And a white limousine pulls up. And window rolls down. The guy's like, hey kid, can I get a cigarette? And I'm like, yeah. So I hand him a smoke. And he's like, got a light? And I hand him a lighter. And he lights it and he hands it back to me and he pops his head out and it's Kevin Costner. And he's like, thanks, buddy. And the window rolls up, but he rolls away.
Wait,
And I'm like,
hold on. What year would this have been?
right around Dances with Wolves era.
I was gonna say.
you know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm gonna do after this podcast?
Huh.
I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna watch Yellowstone.
Do it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm willing to bet that Kevin Costner's told that story.
I bet you he has.
And I
I
bet
bummed
you
the
he was
smoke
like,
off a
dude,
child."
I was so fucked up and I'm up in Deadwood. I'm cruising on a limo, go to the next fucking bar.
Well, he owns 2 casinos up there.
Yeah, and he's
Casinos
like,
and hotels.
and I stopped at his fucking street light, and his kid's fucking smoking a cigarette, and I'm like, "Hey, kid, let me get a smoke." He's like, "Sure thing."
Being Kevin Costner, though, he's probably sitting there. He was like, "Let me tell you about Deadwood, South Dakota." And
Like,
then it went
there
into
are
this.
fucking children smoking on the street there. Jesus Christ.
But
Yeah,
they,
man.
Kevin
but they
fucking
share.
Costner.
Kevin fucking Costner bummed smoke off me when I was like fucking a preteen.
Dude,
Mike, I thought of you this weekend, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
I would drive through a fucking bus full of nuns to fucking meet Kevin Costner. I have such a man crush on that guy.
Dude, it's a good man.
Dude, he's been The Postman, A Man with Gills, and Tin Cup.
True. True.
And he owns
And
all
John
of Montana.
And John J. Dunbar.
And John J. Dunbar. He's also
right.
Mr. Brooks.
Dude, that was a fucking underrated flick.
Great flick.
I loved it. Yeah, I'm actually, and people give me shit about this. Is I'm a Dane Cook fan. I think Dane Cook is hilarious, and people are like, "Well, he's not funny," and I'm like, "I think you're out of your fucking mind. I think he's great."
Yeah, he's funny.
Like fucking
Kevin Costner was also the shit in fucking The Guardian.
yeah,
Hardcore motherfucker in The
That was a
Guardian.
good fucking show, too.
Great fucking
Yeah.
flick, man.
fucking totally. So, anyways,
It's the only
you thought of
Ashton
me.
Kutcher anything I can watch.
You thought of me
Yeah,
this
I did.
weekend.
And I can't remember if it was on Hulu or it was on Netflix, but they had a Shark Week group, a button you click and it has a bunch of shows from Shark Week.
It's Hulu.
Hulu.
Yeah.
Because
And
I
it's
saw
from
one that made me
2017.
think about him too.
And it was Michael Phelps
fucking
versus the Sharks.
Yeah, fuck that guy. How I wanted that to go was him in a tank with a shark getting eaten by the fucking shark.
I was like, that'd be really fucking cool to see him and a shark swimming side by side and see who
No,
wins.
it's bullshit. That's what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like they had a net in the ocean and they were going to swim next to each other. Because I watched it and I was like, tell me this motherfucker's going to swim against a shark. Because
yeah, I'm like, this would be great.
that'd be dope. And it's
Yeah.
not. It's
You know
just
what?
him
I might
swimming
hate
a
him
bunch.
less if he did it that way.
The one that actually made me think of
I'm
you.
gonna be like, I still want to fight you, but fucking A.
The one that made me think of you was I was fucking on Hulu and they had that Shark Week thing, and the one it told me to watch was Whale versus Shark. And what instantly came to mind was it made me think of you because I actually thought of your kid.
Yeah, John, my son John
'Cause
is
I was like-
basically a fucking marine biologist.
And I was like, I was sitting there and I was like, dude, Johnny could fucking tell me just who would win this and I don't have to watch this. Like I could just be like Whale versus Shark, who wins?
It's true.
And he wouldn't just tell me whale, he would tell me which whale.
I'd be like, it's an orca, motherfucker. It's an orca. You're like, killer whale. Orca. Fuck. Sorry, man. Fuck.
Shamu, motherfucker. Free Willy.
Free Willy might be a little before his time.
You should
Well,
watch
you need
it.
to educate the fucking
Yeah.
kid. I don't know.
I
what to tell
fucking
you.
hate that movie. That
Has he
movie's
has he
fucking
watched
shit.
like Sandlot or anything?
Sure, of course. Dude, I tell you about my proud dad moment though. Jameson sits next to me the other day, hands me the remote. It's on Hulu, and he just goes, Rick and Morty. And I was like, fuck yes, dude. Let's watch Rick and Morty. And then when I go to click it, and like their new show, Solar Opposites, was on.
I want to
And
watch that one actually. I haven't started watching it
I've
yet.
watched it like 3
Is it
times.
good?
It's fucking. It's basically like, hey, we can't really use this for Rick and Morty. Let's put it in another show.
The only thing that freaks me out with those cartoons, man, is the way they draw the pupils, the squiggles. Like every time I watch, it, I'm like,
I like how
fuck, man, you could have just done a dot. Like you're fucking with me.
I like how once in a while there's like one guy with like an eye up here and one down here, and it's like just like random. These dudes got cockeyed as fuck, and I'm like, is that like their representation of like a lazy eye? Don't cry, Caitlin. To give some backstory to that, Caitlin cries at people with lazy eyes, and it's hilarious.
It makes her feel sad.
Oh,
I like to toss some things, see if they can catch it.
I just
Right.
want to like slap him and see if it goes like.
But which eye do you which eye do you throw it at?
You center, you center
shove it-
punch them.
No, it's because their fucking depth perception
center
is fucked.
Hey man,
Do you think they have a wider field of view?
No, I think everything just either looks
Yes, but
really
there's a
far away
gap
or
in the
really
middle.
close.
You center punch them.
yeah, you can point at him.
He's
in the
got a
nose.
blind spot. Fuck, where'd he go? Don't move. He's gonna see you.
They're like T-Rexes, man. They can't see you if you don't
Cletus
move.
can't see you if you don't move.
Now that we've established that we're all going to hell.
Shit.
I'll save you a seat.
Yeah,
I'll save you a
fuck,
seat.
we're driving that bus. I don't know what the
Right.
fuck you're talking
Fucking
about.
A.
I've had my slot reserved for years.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, boys. What did we learn today, Jazz?
Lazy eyes are sad. Get a better real estate agent.
Yeah.
Bless
Whoa,
you.
bless you, buddy.
Rona.
Coronavirus.
If you're gonna bitch, at least have a fucking solution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
And professional sports do not deserve the national anthem.
Yeah. Why don't you pull national pride off of shit that has nothing to do with national pride?
Yeah.
Focus on yourself before you focus on other people.
Yeah. So, on that note,
Fucking A.
I'm gonna go ahead and thank all of you sons of bitches for being my freedom friends.
That's right.
Yeah.
Damn. All these sound different.
Yeah, they do.
Got a little
You sound classy.
Little clangy.
tink.
Yeah.
Some clatinks.
Freedomfriends.com and owlness.us. That is owellness.us.
Yes.
Both have Freedom Friends codes. Freedom Friends, just Freedom Friends at warfightertobacco.com. Get you a sweet 15%. Freedom Friends 20
Yes.
At Owlness.
get you 20% off at
Owlness.us.
owlness.us. That should cover your tobacco and CBD. And folks, we're working on the fucking liquor thing, and that should fucking totally cover it down. So like, share, subscribe, Tell your friends, tell your mom and Mikey,
Tell your mom's friends.
because God damn it, everybody needs a good time.
And Jack Mandeville's single,
Yeah, well,
allegedly.
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 I don't know.
Probably, not allegedly.
Well,
Don't forget,
He's in a relationship with Taco.
brogue loafers are a requirement, not an option.
Or Mikey's.
Or my Crocs. My
Yep.
Texas Crocs.
So, by the way, go hit up our Facebook. I just want to see one word. All I want to see is cake. 2 words. Eat cake or sit cake. That's all I want to see.
Yeah.
That's all I want to know. Eat cake or sit
I think
cake.
we should talk about this in the live too.
We should put a poll up.
Throw a hashtag.
We should do a poll.
Throw a
Eat
hashtag
cake or sit cake.
in front of that.
Hashtag twisty. Hashtag
So,
twisty knots.
until next time, check your balloon knot and remember to smoke on.
Drink on.
And God damn it,
Freedom,
Freedom
to fuck on.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
boys.
we'll see you guys later.